Captain would say, "Stand by." That means we're getting behind the gun, ready to shoot. He'll say, stand by, and then he'll say, "Fire." And we start firing. Boom, 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 boom.
Nathan G. Slater was born on December 18, 1924 in Prospect Park, New Jersey. He was the fifth child of 10 born to Aaron and Ella Jane Slater. Ella Jane was a homemaker. Aaron was a blaster and a well driller. 5 of their sons served in the armed forces during World War II. Nathan and Kenny served in Europe. Aaron, Roy, and Russell served in the Pacific. Nathan was inducted into the Army on March 23, 1943. He received his basic training at Camp Davis, North Carolina, which was built in 1940 as an anti-aircraft artillery training facility.
So we have that you were at Camp Davis, and after that?
We went to campsite to prepare to go into, to be set on a ship to go to the war zone. I had the biggest supplies of my life. They sent me to New York City. They taught me how to man the gun on the Queen Elizabeth. Well, we got across the ocean. We got into Scotland. Before that, 4 German submarine findings. Queen Elizabeth just put it in high gear and left it behind. It was fast, and it was the largest ship at that time. We had training in England. Went to Wales, and Wales is nothing but mountains. We were stuck in the mountains shooting out over the ocean at targets, so we did pretty good. Went back to our camp in England. Yeah, we prepared for the invasion in France. In the meantime, we went on maneuvers. We had 4 German TP boats come in. Sank 3 of our
Thanks.
Sank 3 of our ships.
3 of your ships?
We lost 700 men. 700. We were lucky we got ashore. We lost a lot of talk about it. Of course, we were ready for the invasion. We got ashore, all right. You could see we slept in the sand on the shore. You can see, as far as you can see the body. Float. I can't do this.
All right, Dad. Just talk about something. Tell us about what you're.
They call it exercise tagger. There's a light up there on there. They call it that. It's pretty hard. I know it could break up.
On April 28, 1944, German E-boats attacked an Allied convoy that was rehearsing for the D-Day invasion off of Slapton, England. In 1984, Slapton area residents helped fund a project to recover a lost American tank from the sea floor. Today, the tank is a memorial at Slapton Sands, England. Its gun points to the sea to honor the more than 700 men who died in Exercise Tiger.
They put us on a LS2 going for the invasion of Normandy. 11 miles off the shore, Normandy, they put us on what you call a Rhineland ferry. That's a great big pontoon boat. And it took to take us into the beach, Utah Beach, in Normandy. We got close to the beach, and our one pontoon boat that was on broke down. Only a portion of the boys got into Normandy that first day. The following morning, we got together and we landed on the beach. They set us up to shoot down airplanes. I think we got 16 of them, German planes. Plus they got us to use our guns as artillery fire, which we destroyed a lot of German equipment and land people on the ground. After that, we pushed them off Normandy Beach. We went to a town called St. Lo. Well, that was the worst battle I was ever in, St. Lo. We lost a lot of men there, a lot. It took us quite a while to take St. Lo.
For 2 weeks in July of 1944, American forces engaged the Germans in and around the town of St. Lo, about 21 miles from Utah Beach. The intense fighting destroyed 95% of the town, and nearly 10% of the locals were killed.
When we were sent into St. Lo, our 4 guns, we started camouflaging them. And I looked up and I seen 2 airplanes come, American Mustangs they were, P-51s. And, you know, and I yelled, hey, there goes our planes over our head, you know. About 10 minutes back, I looked up, here they're coming back. It wasn't our planes. I seen them bullets come right down at us. They killed my buddy. His name was Howard Thompson. They killed him and the 2 other guys. They walked over my buddy Thompson where they wanted. But Thompson walked over by my buddy there and he wanted to play a song. Tears in my door. Oh.
All right. Let's turn that off.
I got away. I jumped in a foxhole really quick. Big fat guy jumped on top of me. So I was all right. It was over, half the men broke down. That's it. That's the worst I've seen.
Yeah. Awful. I'm sorry about that. But that's really cruel. Tell the story about your officer, what he said about your smile.
Oh, yeah, Big Michael Glinsky, he was a big Pollock, you know, he was our commanding officer there in B Battery. Every time a shell went over our head, the noise of the shell going over our head, he said, Slater, how come that shell, every time a shell goes over, you're standing there with a smile on your face? I said, sir, that's no smile, that's my natural look. So then he called me Smiley.
Yeah.
After we took St. Lo, we went to a place called Mayan. There must have been, two armies, German armies. And we caught them trapped in there, surrounded them. But we captured them. They give up. That's kaput, they say. Great kaput. They come out. Oh, I remember.
Sit over here so he looks up.
Just, hand her on a cuff.
Hands on the coop.
Hands on your head, hand her on a cuff. Then they sent us, I don't know how many different places do the same thing. Shelling them, shooting airplanes down.
How many airplanes did you shoot down?
We know we shot down 90, but they give us credit
Yeah.
for 75 and a half.
And a half?
Yeah. Of course, another outfit was shot the same time we did.
Okay. Mm.
But we knew we shot down 90 of them because we had radar. When you shoot at an airplane,
Yeah.
the radar holds you right on the plane. And when we shoot, that guy's coming down. It disintegrates. We lost it on the radar.
Immediately?
Yeah. That's why we didn't get credit. But we know we hit it. But they got to be witness to get the credit for it, you know. But these 90s, they were some gun. They were the queen of artillery. They're the best, that man. They were the best. After that breakthrough there from St. Lo in Miami, we made a dash for Paris. Hitler wanted Paris destroyed. And we were good anti-aircraft men. We were the best for shooting planes down. So they sent us right there in Paris, and we put up our guns, equipment, at the racetrack. Not too far from the Eiffel Tower. So when we got there, the French girl there giving us flowers and wine and all that, and giving us kissing, you know. So we were only there about a week or so, but the German generals didn't want the Paris to be bombed. He wanted it to be clear and open city, and boy was Adolf Hitler mad.
Tears on my pillow each morning.
I remember the sergeant said, take somebody with you to go on that outpost. I called my buddy Tom Buda, let's go. He says, Jesus Christ, Slater, you're going to get me killed. And Belgium, we got into Belgium, we went to these dugouts, which the First World War soldiers dug. We moved right in them. And we wasn't near a town, and I sneaked into town. I brought 2 girls back.
To the battlefield?
Yeah, no, I brought them back to the ditches. My buddy Budo was a guitar player and sing. And they wanted to hear him sing, you know. That's why they wanted me to bring them there. They heard their music, you know.
Really like music, those girls.
So they says, Chantez, camarade Bugo. Chantez. That means music. Budo. Yes, it was Budo.
Yeah.
We were buddies all the time. He saved my life twice.
Wow.
Knocked me down on the shell under shell fire. I didn't know the shrapnel was flying that close, and this shrapnel one night we were living in it, staying in a little pup town. Right through the pup town.
Wow.
And he knocked me down. If he knocked me down, I wouldn't be here.
Tell them about your birthday. During the battle on your birthday.
Yeah, that's when the Battle of Bull started.
Yes. How you felt about it. How you felt about it.
Well, we held the Germans. They never got us. They had us surrounded on 3 sides. 3 guys. And we managed to escape on one side. Went for a beeline to a town called Marchi. We're crossroads. And we couldn't let the Germans take them crossroads because, you know, that's their way to get in there. So we held it. And we stopped them.
Wow.
Yeah, we had to go run back 60 miles to get to it. My feet were so cold, they were partially like frozen. And I got by this truck, and I put my feet by the exhaust and pipe to throw them out. You know?
Yeah.
I remember laying on a truck on the back on a load of 90 millimeter shells. And the Germans come over and drop chandelier flares. That's a flare. It looks like the chandelier coming down. So that's what they call it, chandelier flare. They come down, strafe us, and I can hear the bullets ricochet, you know. And I didn't move. I was so cold. I said, they're going to get me. They're going to get me. That was it. But I got through. But we got there and guarded on roads. Oh, when that's fog, the Air Corps couldn't do nothing because it was foggy. The warm air and the frozen ground made it fog. The Germans' tanks, column, 15 minutes away from us. But we were ready for them. But all of a sudden the fog lifted. Well, the Lord must have been with us. Anyway, here comes our airplanes out of that fog. They've seen them. Well, they tore them. Them Germans are right apart. And where they're yelling and they're jumping up and down. Yeah, we're out of it. We're out of it now.
On the evening of December 16, 1944, the Germans launched Operation Stasser, which was the largest German air assault since D-Day. Over a period of 8 hours, the 16 guns of the 116th expended over 4,500 90mm rounds in an effort to stop 2,000 German paratroopers in the High Fens area of Belgium. German sorties continued for 4 days. When it was over, the 116th was credited with 29 confirmed kills and 11 probables. Nathan suffered permanent hearing loss during this confrontation.
We had to hold them crossroads. The Germans dropped some paratroopers. Some, a lot of them. And we captured a lot of them. It was a real cold, snowy day. I remember when enough food got through. And this young kid, German soldier, I was eating my lunch there or whatever. I give him a piece of my food, the German paratrooper. And I took him back. So far for the kid, they was half frozen to death. They had no more men there in the Germans at the proper age, for fighting. So he got the kids and the old people, the old timers. I don't know. Nordhausen.
So what happened there?
I went to liberate the Jews that was in the concentration camp. Found a lot of dead ones just laying around. I had to delouse them. Delouser. What do they call that, delouse, that stuff in them days? What do they call that again? DDT.
Oh, DDT.
DDT. I had to spray with DDT. Them delouser are full of bugs. And then we sent a truck out. I was with them. You pick up any German we see on the street. Picked them up and brought them back there. And they had to go through the camp looking at all the dead Jews. What they did with them. Terrible.
In a follow-up interview, Nathan was asked if he remembered the moment when he first learned that Hitler was dead. He said that he did. He was 20 miles outside of Berlin, rounding up the remains of the German army.
Just before they surrendered, we had Germans there on a road come walking in as far as your eye can see. And we had to put up barbed wire fences to put them in there. We had something, well, I watched about 2,000 of them. I'd walk around with a rifle on my shoulder. And we have machine guns at each corner, 4 machine guns. In case they want to break out, we just blow them down. But they were happy. They were really happy. when the war ended, we went to Marseille. That's right on the Mediterranean, where all the ships and everything come in. We waited there for a boat to come home. With Thanksgiving Day, we come on a boat, and we come home.
So,
We see that Statue of Liberty coming home. Whoa, whoa!
oh, you had it.
Got in the bus. They took us down to Fort Monmouth. Give us $200 and it says get lost.
Oh.
We don't want to see you no more. Then I called my parents. Said I'm home.
They didn't know?
I'll be there tomorrow night.
They didn't know it? That you
No.
were on your way?
Nope.
Wow.
Nathan was discharged from the Army at Fort Monmouth, New Jersey on December 6, 1945. His discharge papers said that he could man any position on a 90mm anti-aircraft gun, and that he spent 26 months in the European theater, spending time in Ireland, Scotland, England, Wales, France, Belgium, Holland, and Germany. On February 9, 1946, Nathan married Lorraine Dodd. They settled in West Milford, New Jersey. They had 3 children. Nathan became the second of 4 generations of well drillers. In 1986, Nathan and Lorraine retired to Florida. Nathan still resides there today. He has 9 grandchildren, and at last count, 11 great-grandchildren.
Thank God we all made it home, both my brothers. And a lot of other families.
Yeah.
Look what I got here. All grandchildren, great-grandchildren.
Yep.
I guess that's the purpose they sent me home for. Okay, bring the booze out.
But that's not so easy to do. With tears on my pillow each morning, tears that I've shed over you.